Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, and a high-flying, fun-loving Regal bird bring you now Ozark Jubilee.
From America's crossroads of country music, the Jewell Theater in Springfield, Missouri, it's the Ozark Jubilee. And now here again is Mr. Country Music himself, Fred Foley!
Well, we're back here with the second half hour of our Jubilee, and for the benefit of anybody who's Ozark Jubileeing with us for the first time tonight, the best way to enjoy this particular kind of a show is to get yourself in a real good, relaxed position and just stay that way for the next hour, because we're not going to shoot any crooks or give away any $1,000 bills or raise your blood pressure in any way whatsoever. And while you get sort of comfortable there, well, I'd like to get Mr. Bill Wimberly and all of his country rhythm boys back here to help us out on an old-time song called Ragtime Cowboy Joe Slattery. He always sings, he wants to drag the music to the cattle as it swings, back and forward his saddle on a horse. That is syncopated, gated, and to such a funny meter to the roar of his repeater, how they run when they hear the fella's gun, because the western folks all know he's a highfalutin, scootin', shootin' son of a gun from Arizona, Ragtime Cowboy Joe. In Arizona where the bad men are, the only friend to guide you is an evening star. The roughest, toughest man before, Ragtime Cowboy Joe. He got his name from singing to the cows and sheep. Every night they say he sings the herd to sleep, in a bass so rich and deep, crooning soft and low. He always sings raggedy music to the cattle as he swings, back and forward in a saddle on a horse. That is syncopated, gated, and to such a funny meter to the roar of his repeater, how they run when they hear the fella's gun, because the western folks all know he's a highfalutin, scootin', shootin' son of a gun from Arizona, Ragtime Cowboy.
Talk about the cowboy.
Ragtime Cowboy Joe. Oklahoma, all over this. Thank you very much, folks. Thanks so much. Well, sir, little lady here, Tabby West is the name of this pretty young lady that's off camera here. And she's sort of making a name for herself these days with her singing on Decca Records. And Tabby's come to visit with you and me tonight with the intention of telling all about a boy with a crew cut and baby blue eyes. Miss Tabby West.
I've got a guy who's a smile you can't forget, and how he can pet. He's full of fun, he's a real honey bun, and I'm gonna get him yet. He's my honey pie, here's the reason why I love him so. He's got a crew cut and baby blue eyes and the cutest little smile you've ever seen. His line is simply super, his kisses are the best. He's loaded down with muscles and has hair on his chest. And when he holds me and whispers and sighs, I feel so blue. Well, you know
moment or two, friends. Mr. Redhead Foley's going to be right back out here and asking you to help him welcome a great bunch of that comedy, great big bundle of fun named Smiley Burnette. But just first, though, a little breather for Red and the Jubilee Gang.
You know, lots of folks send in poems to the Regal Bird, and, well, here's one that just kind of chokes me up just to read it. It says, Regal Bird, fly away home. Fly to my side, bringing bubbles and foam. Fly through the snow and the sleet and the hail, but fly in a hurry, 'cause I'm all out of Regal Pale. Well, now, that's just downright touching sentiment, but you see, it's impossible for the Regal Bird here to supply your Regal Pale beer in person. You see, it's all our foamy little friend can do here just to supply the taverns and stores with this regally stuff. Isn't that right, R.B.? So, to treat your thirsty throat with this light and mellow brew, and to enjoy all the fun and flavor you got coming to you, you just fly straight for your nearest tavern or store right now and stock up on light and mellow Regal Pale, one of America's 2 great beers.
Well, all over the country these days, the television stations are showing lots of Gene Autry, Roy Rogers movies, and if you've been watching them like I have, well, I expect you will agree with me that when Gene Autry or Roy Rogers make a movie, that they'd probably rather do without their horses or guns than their good old comical sidekick. And, of course, he's got 4 or 5 names. We call him Smiley Frog Millhouse Burnette. Smiley, come out here, will you? Do it now, buddy.
I won't. Red, would you say a feller that shows up on the Ozark Jubilee about every 6 weeks was getting to be a regular part of the show?
Well, I would say so.
Well, that's me, isn't it, huh?
George, we're glad of it, too, Smiley.
Well, it's a lot of fun. You know, it so happens that Springfield, Missouri here is right on the way to pretty near everywhere I want to go.
Yes, it is, right in the center of the United States.
And this time I'm on my way up to Chicago. I must tell you about it.
It's old stomping grounds.
That's right.
What you doing up there for us, Smiley?
Remember WLS?
Yes,
was
sir.
up there. Well, they're having a convention in Chicago at the Sherman Hotel, and Music Corporation of America, the fellows that does the booking of all of us, have invited me to come up on account of how all of the fairs, the fair managers are going to meet there, see?
Yeah.
Do you like fairs?
Oh, man, I used to. I'll tell you.
Me too.
I used to take a quarter and go to the county fair and buy me an ice cream cone and a hamburger and ride the merry-go-round and the Ferris wheel. And,
did you?
And go to one of them shows, boy. All for a quarter.
Yeah. Well, we used to exhibit once in a while at the fair. We never had the fattest hogs. We had the thinnest hogs.
Yeah.
We had the only bacon in the country with 2 rinds. Yeah.
Smiley,
well, you see, the reason I'm going up there is they're going to be booking all of the entertainers, and I figured maybe I could get a job for the summer at somebody's fair.
Well, be sure and tell them we're available, will you, down
You
here?
available, too?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Incidentally, if the boys are looking in, they might want to see kind of what you do. When
Maybe
you go
I
out
better
and
give them an audition, huh?
Yeah, don't give them the whole thing.
All
Just
right,
give them
I
a little
won't.
smidgen.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I figured to do. I like to entertain the children. You know, my slogan is, I love children. I used to go to school with them.
Yeah.
And I like to do things that entertain the kids, and I suppose I show them, huh?
All right, you take over.
Well, if I come to your fair this year, here's about what I'll be doing. You know, I like cartoons. Mickey Duck and Donald Mouse, that's my favorite. And once in a while, I get $1 for helping to make some of the voices for them, and one I like to do is the voice of the fly lighting on a hunk of sugar. So for you kids, I'll show you how I made the fly light on the sugar. I got in Springfield today, some kid poked me in the stomach. He said, "What'd you do, blow your bubble gum backwards?" Say, you know, this is the greatest fishing country in the world around Springfield here, and me and old Ralph Foster and Cy Simon, we go down on the White River and go fishing. Get a little boat and hook one of them outboard egg beaters on the back of it and make it go. Here's my impression of an outboard motor on a chilly Missouri morning about 4 o'clock when it doesn't want to go. I was up to Indianapolis, Indianapolis on the 4th of July, and they were having some automobile races, and had a fellow with a microphone, looked a good deal like this one, and he sat up in the balcony and broad-scattered all afternoon, telling people on the radio how them big old racing cars go around a big long track about a mile long, had a curve at each end of it so they could get back. You talking about crooked roads, you ought to try these Ozarks. Woo! I wore out my battery honking up my own taillight trying to get out of Branson. If you'd have been listening to the radio the day I was up at Indianapolis, here's the way the fellow might have sounded broadcasting. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Here with the Gigantic Classic. 500 hard miles. You've never seen anything like it. Now, the actual race is not started yet. The car's warming up. I'd like to take a little time to make a few commercials. I'm in time. Here comes car number 61. Oh, he roared by there 1,000 miles an hour. Here comes two cars at once. I don't get to interview either one of them. Woo, man, they're sailing. There comes a little midget car, a little bitty car going by the stand now. You know, Gene Autry, he was in World War II. He goes every other war. But he's home now and got his own airplane. I had my own airplane for a while, but the rubber band broke and I gave it up. He gets that airplane way up high in the air and brings her out of a cloud and just scares the britches off me. And here's the way he sounds bringing her out of a dive. I messed that one up. I got a wrinkle in my girdle there. Another part of my show is I do a little singing. Now, this song is not a sad song, but it's plumb pitiful the way I do it. Could we get together about $35 worth of introduction there? Way up in the peaks of the Swiss Alps, they say, lived an alpine yodeler and his son. The old man would sit on a rock in the shade on a weird instrument he would strum. He was a-trying to teach his fat boy how to sing, and he yodeled like all the Swiss do. The boy would watch closely while the old man would sing, especially that yodel-lady-hoo. Ho-dee-do-do-do-do-day, ho-dee-do-do-do-do, 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 ho-dee-do-do-do-do-day, ho-dee-do-do-do-do-day, ho-dee-do-do-do-do-do. But try as he would, the fat boy couldn't sing, and the instrument just wouldn't play. The old man would cry and his life was made sad, but he never gave up, so they say. He could play the chords right on just one little song, but his yodeling, his father'd say, whoo. He yodeled it backwards, he couldn't sing high, especially the old lady who. Ho-dee-do-day-do-day, ho-dee-do-day-do-day, hey-dee-wee-dee-wo, hey-dee-wee-dee-wo, ho-dee-do-day-do-dee-wee-wo, ho-dee-do-day-do-day-do-wee-wo, hey-dee-wee-wee-dee-wo, dee-wo, ho-dee-do-day-do-day-do-day, ho-dee-do-day-do-day-do-day, hey-dee-do-day-do-day-do-day, ho-dee-do-day-do-day-do-day, ho-dee-do-day-do-day-do-day, hey-dee-wee-dee-wo, ee-wo.
You know, friends, it's really been quite a while since I've had the opportunity to talk on that very favorite subject of mine, which, of course, is coming to visit the Jubilee in person. So let me just make sort of an extra strong reminder tonight of the fact that we'd like so much to have you come and see us, maybe over the holiday season if you can possibly make it. And you'll have your complete ticket ordering information by return mail if you'll just send us your name and address on a postcard and just mail it to Ozark Jubilee, Springfield, Missouri. So write for that information this very evening, tonight, will you? So that you can come and help us celebrate a Saturday night right here in the Ozarks.
Say, you know, back in the gay 90s when people were out having a good time, it was quite the thing for a young man to drink his Regal Pale from a pretty girl's slipper. And boy, with something like that, you could really pour yourself a shoe full of brew, huh? But times change, and so do ladies' shoes. Which is all right with me, just so long as Regal Pale stays its same sudsy self. And, of course, that is just what it does. Because no matter where, when, or what you pour it into, this bright, bubbly brew always gives you the same light and mellow flavor every time. Regal's never weak one time, strong the next, and it never varies from dry to wet to medium moist. So if you're in your early 30s or middle 50s or gay 90s, you can always depend on that unchanging, unmistakable flavor of Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Well, sir, I don't know whether you folks know it or not, but the oldest of all the old-time musical instruments derived in this country is the old five-string banjo. Of course, we got a boy right here now that's going to give one a workout, and he is a handy man with the five-string banjo. His name is Harold Morrison, and fly away, my pretty little pink. Will you, Harold? Let's go, huh?
Well, cock throws on a white oak tree, river flows like brandy, the rock still don't cover the floor, girls, candy, fly around my pretty little feet, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little feet, you almost drive me crazy. Now every time I go that road looks so dark and cloudy, every time I see that gal I'm gonna tell her howdy. Fly around my pretty little feet, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little feet, you almost drive me crazy. I throw my knapsack on my back, my rifle on my shoulder, I march away to Mexico, and I'll be a soldier. Fly around my pretty little feet, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little feet, you almost drive me crazy. Now every time I go that road looks so dark and cloudy, every time I see that gal I'm gonna tell her howdy. Fly around my pretty little feet, fly around my daisy, fly around my pretty little feet, you almost drive me crazy. Hey! Come on there, come on!
Well, thank you, Harold. You know, even though the fiddle is always... Thank you so much, folks. Even though the fiddle is always thought of as the instrument to square dance to, you'll find that a lot of the good, more experienced square dancers love to have old five-string banjo sort of plunking out the rhythm for them. And Harold, as long as you back here, boy, I'll stay right in there and plunk a little of that banjo music for the Jubilee Promenaders right now, and Mr. L.D. Keller. What do you say, kid? Come on. we've missed having around for a couple of weeks. And that's just 2 weeks too long. And a young man by the name of Bobby Lord right here. And he's singing a song called I Can't Do Without You. And that's so true.
Oh, well, I can't do without you, hon. I'm losing my mind. Can't be another one, 'cause you're just my kind. Keep getting bluer just watching the door. Oh, Lord, I can't do without you anymore. Well, I just can't do without you, hon. It's plain to see. You're the only girl in this world for me. Heart's broken, sick and sore, oh Lord, I can't do without you anymore. Well, I just can't do without you, 'cause I've tried and tried, laid awake all night and cried and cried. Keep getting bluer, getting walking the floor, oh Lord, I can't do without you anymore. Watching the door, oh Lord, I can't do without you anymore. Well, I just can't do without you, I'm losing my mind. Can't be another one, 'cause you're just my kind. Keep getting bluer, just watching the door, oh Lord, I can't do without you anymore.
If ever anybody just plain effervesced, there's the boy that does it. How he even hangs on to the guitar going like that's more than I can see. All right, now, friends, we're going to take one of those little pauses that we take every once in a while, but we'll return in just a moment, and Red's going to be presenting still another Jubilee favorite of yours.
I don't know how it is with you, but, boy, around our place, when folks are watching TV, they like to have some kind of a snack, you know, for munching, nibbling, or gobbling purposes. Now, the munchers munch potato chips, and the nibblers nibble nuts. And for the gobbler, we have a TV spectacular sandwich, incompatible color. But, boy, when it comes to something for drinking purposes, now that is something everybody agrees on. Regal Pale beer. Yes, sir, whether you're a gurgler, gargler, or a gulper, Regal Pale is just wonderful with any kind of a snack. In fact, Regal Pale is just wonderful all by itself. And it goes down so light and bright and breezy that you never get that stuffy, filled-up feeling. So I tell you, if you want to have more fun being a TV watcher, be a Regal Bird watcher, too. Enjoy light and mellow Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers.
Well, sir, if any of you folks think that all of the big songs of the day come from professional songwriters, well, let me tell you a little story. They sure don't. A few weeks back, two young teenage girls from down the road here a piece came up here to Springfield, and they saw Porter Wagoner and showed him a song that they had written, and incidentally, they wrote it from an instruction book whereby they had chord numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they'd put 1, 4, 5, 7, actually not knowing what chords. That's at least I heard that story. And if it's true, I want you to know they put the right numbers together, didn't they, Porter? Anyway, Porter listened to the song and liked it, recorded it, and it looks like the whole country's talking about it now. And with the help of Don Warden and Speedy Haworth, why, here's Porter Wagoner and Eat, Drink, and Be Merry.
Little heart, many times before, but the wind always leaves but this time it's different, and I can't tell you why. Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow you'll cry. They say that time erase all my sorrow. Well, I guess since I've lost you, I'll find out tomorrow. Be gay while she's with you. Don't break down and cry. Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow you'll cry. A heart that is stricken with hate and with lies will soon be forsaken and left there to die. Well, I guess that's what happened. She said her goodbye. Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow you'll cry.
Friends, you're taking part in another of ABC Television's every Saturday night country music get-togethers. We call it Ozark Jubilee, and it's coming to you right here from the Jewell Theater in Springfield, Missouri.
Regal Pale, one of America's two great beers, invites you to join us next week when we again bring you the Ozark Jubilee.
Tomorrow night Eastern Time on ABC Television Network.